Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Wrestling Talk Show. I'm back. It feels good to be back. I'm Peter. This is
Unstoppable,
the moron.
and we're in a new location just for tonight.
Yep, basically we decided to take a little field trip.
Yes.
So,
Let's kick off Monday Night Raw results. So, we have Drew McIntyre comes out. Randy Orton broke his jaw, but he is back. Drew doesn't want to give up his championship. Drew McIntyre wants Randy Orton in an ambulance match.
yep. And ladies and gentlemen, if anyone doesn't understand what an ambulance match is, basically what happens is you beat your opponent so bad to the point where they have to go into an ambulance, and whoever wins the match gets the championship while the other one takes a ride in the ambulance.
Exactly.
That's all there is to it.
Yep. And Pierce, idiot, comes out and said if Keith Lee beats Drew McIntyre tonight, and if Randy Orton cannot make it, then Keith Lee will replace Orton as Drew McIntyre's opponent at Clash of Champions.
See, I kind of go with this whole thing because I don't think that this guy, Keith Lee, has even earned a spot to even have a number one contenders match if he is able to pull off this win, because he's a brand new superstar. He doesn't deserve it. He has no experience as far as I'm concerned.
Well, every new superstar gets an opportunity at the championship when they move up or come into NXT all the time.
Yeah, but this guy, that's the thing. Did this guy come from NXT?
Yes.
Well, okay, so he moved up from NXT. That's great. So you move him into the Intercontinental Championship matches, or you move him into the United States Championship matches. He is not ready for a WWE Championship match, and I will confirm that because he will get his ass beat.
Yes. So next we have Street Profits versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Shit stain.
Well, you did like him, ugly.
Yeah, way back then. And there was a few good spots where Shinsuke and Cesaro had it in this match against the Street Profits tonight, and sending freaking Dawkins with a big uppercut in the first beginning of the match.
That was devastating.
Freaking Cesaro sending what's his name forward into the barricade.
Yeah.
And everything else. So
it was a good match all in all, and honestly, Monday Night Raw came out on top against Team Blue. Stupid SmackDown. That's why we're good at what we do, ugly.
But it's not. Why are they doing this now? To be honest with you,
it's not the Survivor Series yet.
Yeah.
I know.
It's Clash of Champions. Every championship goes online at this pay-per-view. Go forward into Survivor Series, not now.
Exactly. I
it's
agree.
Way too early.
Too early for it. I will agree with you on that exchange.
Maybe at Clash of Champions, yeah. But anyways, Lana talks with Angel Garza about Mickie James. Garza is tired of being the blame of their losses. Well, he locked out on them, and pretty much he allowed them to get beat up by Retribution tonight.
Well, wouldn't you walk out?
But then he left his future girlfriend out as well.
Well, maybe he had a reason, I mean, you gotta give the guy a benefit of doubt. I mean, come on. I'd leave her too. You ever listen to her?
Well, she She deserves to be with Ivar. Sorry to say.
No, jeez. I'm glad someone thinks that. Moron. Freak me out.
Now I gotta, since I lost my eye, now I gotta patch up my eye just like freaking Rey Mysterio and freaking Aleister Black.
You know what you should do? Put a paper bag over your head. You're so ugly.
I have a mask on.
Yeah, they should cover everything. That's all I'm saying. That's what I've been saying for years. A plastic paper bag would work perfect for you. Anyway, read.
I can't read. I'm half blind.
Well, you're half dumb too, but no one says anything.
Dom and family is backstage talking about his steel cage. Whoopie-doo. Dom's gonna get his ass beat all the time like he does anyway.
I agree with you. That kid's biting off more than he can chew in a steel cage match. Hey, but gotta get the experience somehow.
The Hurt Business comes out. Business is booming. Cedric has to do what he has to do.
Keep reading. Get out of there. What's the matter with you?
Okay. Cedric, okay, has to do what he has to do. It's his job. Ricochet interrupts him. Cedric, along with Apollo, joke, which he's always a joke. You know, I'm really pissed off how they made him a joke and then they put a championship on. Apollo joke.
Please. Oh my lord.
Rona.
You got something. I was gonna go with Gondorrhea.
Anyways, you know, they put the title on freaking Apollo joke now.
Apollo joke, yeah. He is a joke.
But anyways, joke says that they had his back. Yeah, right. That's
If I remember correctly, he did save them, meaning Cedric saved their asses plenty of times.
And to be honest with you, pretty much, if you had his back, Apollo, then why did you make him stay in the back while you and other two were wrestling? Why didn't you let him wrestle with you guys? Huh?
Oh, dumb. That's the $1 million question there. Unstoppable.
So that tells you you're a joke, Apollo.
See what else?
Joke.
What else you got?
He said that they're jealous. No, Cedric is jealous. Cedric is not jealous.
No, Cedric did the smart thing.
Yep.
Why get beat up every week?
Right. Ricochet versus Cedric. Pretty much Ricochet was taking his frustration out on Cedric.
Yeah.
The Hurt Business tried to get involved, but one half of Viking Raiders come out. Cedric picked up the win, and Retribution is here. Their time will be here. We are Retribution, and more appeared right behind them.
I know, they're like recruiting like rabbits now. It's
Well, we know some of the ones that appeared last Monday.
Yes.
But we didn't cover it last Monday because me and my buddy Pete, not this Pete, but other Pete, sorry, I forgot you had sunburn. We were just like figuring out who the Retribution is, and we finally got to the bottom of it, and then we've seen them again tonight, and more appeared behind them.
Yep.
So there's more. So Mickie James talks about the business and championships. So what do you think about Mickie James?
Well, I personally think that she's been in the business for a long time. She is definitely a. Oh, if anybody wants to know, that is not my cat. Sit down.
Yeah.
Trying to do a show, cat. So, as far as Mickie James goes, Mickie James is a veteran of the business. She is a 6-time women's champion. The first time she won that title was at WrestleMania in 2006 against Trish Stratus. She came in, she was new, she was fresh, young, and she was on a roll quite since some time. But now I feel that there's a certain point where you just got to hang it up, Mickie. You're getting too old.
We know that you want to win another championship before you retire. You should have done that like a long time ago.
Exactly.
Before
You're getting too old, Mick.
Instead of leaving and going Impact.
Yeah, which was stupid.
And meet your husband and have a baby there. No wonder why you ruined your career. No wonder why you're not getting a championship, because you decided to have a baby.
Well, kids don't help anything, but Mickie, my opinion is you're a tremendous competitor. You should possibly start training these younger women instead of trying to wrestle. I mean, that match, I have to say, we'll talk about it, but we'll move on for now.
Okay, so backstage we have Pierce is at the security's throats about Retribution. Now, I'm going to throw into this tonight. Our buddy Peter thinks that Pierce is probably involved in the leader of Retribution, because he might try to act all cool and say that, oh, we need to stop Retribution and blah, blah, blah.
How the hell did he get that?
So pretty much, we think, where was, well, yeah, we'll get to that point. Yeah, okay. But anyways, her business is mad. At Piers, her business wants to be the security tonight. And
yeah, we'll talk about that when it comes, because here's the thing. They offered it, and what happened? We'll get to that.
Yep. But anyways, we have Asuka versus Mickie James. Ref says Mickie James tapped out during that match.
I saw the whole match. As much as I, think Mickie should retire, even though I gotta mix emotions when it comes to Mickie James retiring and staying. Anyway, she did not tap out. I watched it. It was a botch by the referee.
Yep, the botch man even
Asuka's shoulders were actually down to the mat. He should have been watching, because that would have been at least a 2 count for Mickie, when the match would have continued.
And plus, to be honest with you, where was the tap?
Exactly. Where was the tap? There was no tap.
The camera angle. Well, they should have better angle cameras.
Exactly, because she did not tap out. I don't care. I saw the whole thing. Being a wrestler myself, I saw the whole thing. She did not tap out.
Yep. But Zelina comes out, and Zelina thought of her future. Asuka is an immigrant. Zelina is ready for the championship. She slaps Asuka in the face.
Okay, here's my thing about this. See, slapping Asuka from, what's her name again?
Zelina.
Zelina slapping Asuka, guess what? You just basically pissed her off. That's what you did. And then you walked out of the ring. A little twig like you think you're really going to win the women's championship? Go back to managing. Or at least go back to the corn stand where you belong.
She can't, because she's mad at those two.
Go back to the concession stand and start selling popcorn or whatever you were doing.
Or go back to what you were doing your movie scene with Paige. Oh wait, where's Paige? Nowhere's to be found. go make a movie with her.
Yep.
Anyways, oh, and plus, you know why you're in this wrestling business? It's because The Rock. Sorry to say. The Rock got you in this business. Not Paige. The Rock.
Boom, boom, boom.
Keith Lee, this is his job, and this is what he has to do. And he's going to do what he needs to do tonight. To face Drew McIntyre at Clash of Champions instead of Randy Orton.
Yep.
Bobby Lashley versus Eric.
From the Vikings.
Yeah, at, I think Raw Underground, right? No, it was on Raw, duh. And pretty much Bobby Lashley wins.
Dominates him, makes him tap out.
Right. And pretty much we have Kevin Owens. I don't know what was saying, but
He was cutting a promo about Aleister Black.
yeah. Braun Strowman is pissed. He wants to be on Raw Underground tonight. He's on SmackDown. Why is he on Raw? And why is he pissed?
He's mad about the world, probably.
Seth Rollins lets Murphy in the locker room. Seth has Murphy to do a plan. Seth Rollins slaps him.
And he wants Murphy to stay in the back. Doesn't
Yep.
want him to come out to the ring at all.
Exactly. Seth Rollins versus Dominic.
Mysterio in
Yeah.
a steel cage match.
Dom wants to follow his dreams. The Mysterio family will be out there to support him. And pretty much Buddy Murphy was out there and gave Seth Rollins a Kendall stick in the middle of that match. And
Yep.
same did Ray. And to be honest with you, Ray, stay out of the matches. Let your son get beat up. Your son wants to be a wrestler? Let him be. Let him get beat every week. Sorry to say.
I got no love lost for either one of them, but yeah.
Buddy Murphy closes the door on Seth Rollins, slams Murphy into the steel cage at the end of the match because of what?
Transpired.
Yeah, from Dom.
And then before that,
There was 2 curb stomps.
and that's
To
what.
Dom.
Yep. And Seth Rollins wins.
Yep, and that's when Murphy slams him into the cage and everything. And then we have Dom's sister check on Murphy, so we might have a romance angle right there.
Disgusting. She's a child, dude.
Raw Underground, Dolph faces
Maybe
someone.
not.
Nobody cares about who he is. Ziggler wins. Riddick Moss wants Dolph Ziggler. Braun gets involved, choke slams Riddick. Drew versus Keith Lee. Drew punches Lee, and Lee Drew and Lee are fighting in backstage. Titus O'Neil wants in Underground tonight. Riddick wanted more of Braun. Titus O'Neil takes down Braun. Braun beats
Wins.
pretty much Titus O'Neil. To be honest with you, Titus O'Neil put a good fight in the Underground tonight
Yes, he did.
against Braun Strowman until Braun came back. Kevin Owens versus Aleister Black. And pretty much Aleister Black was ambushing Kevin Owens. So what do you think of that ambush? Do you think it was smart by Aleister?
Oh, sorry. Either way, I felt that it was more premeditated. He wanted to just do it, and I don't think it's the fact of getting the upper hand because Aleister Black is not one to be trifled with.
Right.
Aleister also does all that neato baloney crap when he's meditating in the ring. You know, he's not one to do this normally, but I think he just did it because he wanted to.
Right.
That's my honest opinion.
But we have a winner is Kevin Owens by distraction by Retribution tonight. And Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre continue fighting backstage. Riot Squad versus Natty and Lana. And of course,
The Riot Squad wins.
you know, why put these two back together? I'm sorry.
And then Nia sends Lana.
Into the table
Yep, to
by
the
a
announce
Samoa
table.
drop.
Yep, by Samoan drop, and you know, that's the thing. I don't know if the Riot Squad's actually gonna win against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. I don't think they can get it done because they're gonna have. It's gonna be some sort of a miracle if they get by them two.
Because we got a fat hippo and an ugly bitch. I don't know what the name is.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Peter the Wiener loves Nia Jax.
Yes,
That's
he
his
does.
woman. That's his woman.
And
I hope you're watching, Peter.
Peter the Wiener. Braun Strowman is Raw Underground again and wins. Riddick wants more. A knockout punch. Dolph Ziggler double teaming with Riddick to Braun. And a big tall guy, pretty much the same size as Braun, comes in, and we'll see a match between him and Braun next week.
Next weekend, we will be covering that.
Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. And pretty much we had a good battle between each other, and I thought, okay, I thought maybe Randy Orton was going to come out and RKO someone and prove he was here, but Retribution comes out and attacks Lee and Drew McIntyre. And I'm glad they came out. The more Retribution
Shows up.
came and showed up, more of them showed up.
Yep. And then finally, the final showdown, the showdown, the Hurt Business versus Retribution. They all went right at it, and at the ending of it all was Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre doing crossbodies over the top rope and laying out everybody.
Yeah, which is stupid. If you're gonna have Retribution as a powerful team, you shouldn't be doing that. Sorry
Exactly,
to say.
right away, you know. But that, you know, here's how I'm going to look at it. I think Retribution's going to come back harder next week. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
I think they're gonna